Hello, everyone, and good evening. Today, I am talking to Dr. Stroman, who is a financial health consultant with a mission to destroy debt and create generational wealth. Welcome, Dr. Anthony. How are you today?
I am fantastic and amazing, Janet. So great to be with you this evening.
All right, good, good, good. So, the first thing I want to ask you is, or say, is you've been on the big stage for so long, and you have just had all kinds of topics that you've talked about, but your favorite topic is talking about health. Tell me on your stage and in your journey, want to tell me who are some of the people that you've met on this big stage?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. One young lady, a very powerful lady in California named Jewel Diamond Taylor, very powerful lady. We've had the pleasure would be with Tawana Williams, another powerful young lady who was born without any arms, the one and only Mr. Les Brown, and many others like that across the nation. I've had the pleasure to just flow with these dynamic individuals over the past years.
Okay, and your passion for financial health, as you and I have talked a number of times, is not only in financial health, but you also tie that to your physical health, correct?
Yes, exactly. My background, banking for many, many years, financial literacy for many, many years. And the same thing is interesting because the parallel was really powerful for 20 something years, health and finances, back and forth, back and forth. And then the revelation came to me, the combination of both of those things are everybody's concern. You can't go nowhere if somebody's talking about health and finances. And so what I did, I just made it out of a crusade and combined them together because your financial health affects your physical health and vice versa. And so I came up with something called the success triangle, which is three components that I teach across the nation when I do radio and TV shows, that if people can master these three components, they're well on their way for mastery in their lives. And so I call it mastering headquarters, master your billion-dollar temple, and master your finances. And they're all connected, one another. If you meditate and think about it, they're connected with one another.
And that's where you and I aligned when we met, right? Because I talk about aligning your strategy and your brand across your entire person and business so that you're not confused about what you're doing and you stay healthy all the way through. So you just named three different pieces that you have as your pillars. So talk to me about the importance of mastering headquarters.
Oh my God, this is, it's amazing, Janet. This particular topic, I spend so much time over the years because I realize no matter what we do, business, family, relationships, it doesn't matter what it is. This supercomputer right here is where the game is won or lost. And I call it the greatest investment is not the stock market. It's the 6 inches between our ears because nothing changes until your mind changes. You can change your house, change your clothes, change your state. Nothing changes until your mind changes. So to spend time understanding how to control our thought life, every decision is that CPU, the central processing unit. Every decision, I don't care what it is, good, bad, or indifference. And that's why I teach people when I coach in business people to concentrate, make it intentional to master your thought life. Because as you will know, Janet, we got so many distractions out there. And you must control that thing between your ears. Once you get that, it's a game changer for your life and your business and anything else in your life. So thinking the correct thoughts, because what I know for a fact, the lifespan of a thought is determined how much attention you give that thought. And that's why it's so critically important to discipline yourself to make sure you master. That's why I call it mastering your headquarters. Because once you get that done, you can build a multi-million-dollar business, not just financially. I'm talking about a wealthy life, okay? Nothing missing, nothing broken. So it starts with the thing between your ears. That's why I make sure that I spend so much time in the morning, I don't even turn my phone on because I have to focus on what I call go to my mental gym, so to speak, okay? Because you need mental toughness. Because Janet, being an entrepreneur like yourself, you have your ups and downs, your challenges, the stress, all of that stuff. But when you got your head right, you can rise above any situation in life. So that's why I spend so much time focusing on mastering headquarters every single morning. That's my breakfast in the morning every single day.
Love it, love it, love it. And when you master your thoughts and you have a focus on what you want to achieve, then as we're looking at the Business Strategist Summit, which is coming up next week, it's 4 or 5 days away, right? The 14th and the 15th of November. What we're talking about is business strategy and brand. When you focus your mind, nothing shifts you from your brand. Whether someone wants to act a certain way or you focus on who you are and your goal that you want to achieve. So tell me the importance now of taking care of your billion-dollar temple. So that's the next step that you talk about and before you even get to the financial side of it.
Absolutely, because what I realized, I've been in health and wellness about 27, 28 years, doing so many different events and just studying behind holistic doctors. And Janet, I came to the realization that when you take care of your billion-dollar temple, see, most business people, they are A-personalities. They focus on building wealth. What I teach and coach business people to focus on building your health so you can build your wealth. Okay, because if you don't have that, it doesn't matter. It's game over. Okay, so I don't care if you got $1 billion, it doesn't make any difference, right? Because we have so many people going after their wealthy place. What I teach, go after your healthy place and your wealthy place at the same time. That requires a plan to be conscious of it. Okay, and when you do that, and it's interesting because when you look at your gut health and your brain, they affect everything, your behavior, your attitude. You can be talking to a potential business person, and because your attitude is not right, because your gut health is out of whack, you can be very, very short patient, say something negative, and you didn't mean to do it, but your energy was low, okay? You lost a multi-million-dollar contract just because your brain was not operating at a peak level. That's why I tell people all the time, make sure you put the right things in your brain, because see, we don't walk around thinking about, am I taking care of my brain today? It's not a normal conversation. How's my brain doing, right? So we teach no brain left behind, okay? Building a business and don't have your brain with it, it doesn't make sense to me. So you got to physically take care of it. We don't think about it, Janet. We just building the business. But when you understand, and matter of fact, even with the society that we're in right now, so many things with mental health and things of that nature, we know that once you build your microbiome and your gut health, guess what? That's a lot of that stuff goes away. But many
Yes.
people don't make the connection.
Yes. 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 I lost you there with your. I think we're frozen for a little bit there, Dr. Anthony. So I'll fill in until Dr. Anthony gets back. You're muted. So there, a lot of people don't know that
we back.
Right. So there's a direct correlation between your brain and your stomach, and a lot of people don't know that.
I can't hear you.
I'm hearing you perfectly well. Okay, so I'm hearing you and I'm not muted. So maybe yours will come back.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now perfectly well.
Okay, sorry about technology. You know how it is. We love it, but sometimes
yes. I was filling in the gap for you to say that there's a direct correlation between the brain and the gut, and people don't know that. And so what we put in our stomach determines the way that we function throughout the day. So I'll leave it off there and let you pick it back up and run with it.
Exactly, because again, I've seen people who had anxiety, worry, depression, all kind of cognitive situations. We fix that gut with those good and bad bacteria that you know about, Janet. Yeah. Oh my God, it's a different person. It's a totally different person. So that's why it's important to be intentional about this, to be conscious about it. Because people are not conscious about it and they wonder why the energy is low, the focus is low, and everything around them is being affected because they don't know about, like you know, about how important, because the gut and the brain, they're texting one another all the time. Okay, you can't separate them. Okay, that's a critical part on how to build your empire. If that's what you want to do, you got to make sure you take care of it. And I call it managing it. You got to manage it. That's the key.
You know, Dr. Anthony, there's so many people that have built financial wealth and they don't live through it. They work so hard, they burn themselves out, and then they leave it for everyone else. And what happens? People fight over it. So I love what you're doing in pulling, when you're teaching financial health, you're looking at the whole person, because that's what I do also in even with every entrepreneur. You're looking at your whole person. Are you aligned with every side of your life? So you and I connected with that in a strong way, and I love it. So now let's move to the power of personal and business credit.
Oh, this is a really, really very, very important thing that the people in the summit that's going to attend this wonderful, wonderful event need to know. Everybody needs to know this. What we found, give you a little background really quickly. I was the VP of Credit Professionals International here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I work with a lot of credit organizations over the past years. And you know, Janet, strong credit scores equals economic power. Let me break it down. What happens is a lot of business people, they commingle their personal credit with their business credit. Sometimes they don't even have business credit. And what I'm teaching business people, you need to make sure that you build a strong personal credit score and a strong business credit score. You want to have them separate. But if you, for an example, if you got a deal, a contract, and you have to have 500,000 t-shirts made up, and you don't have a line of credit to get that done, that can be a $5 million contract. Guess what? You can blow that contract because you don't have the line of credit to access the funds to get it done. So that's why I teach people all the time, make sure, and we have a program that can get that done, but make sure you have both of them nice and strong, because sometimes people want to look at your business and your personal credit. It's just depending on the lending institution. But if you got both of them nice and strong, and we've been doing that for 20-something years, it's definitely a game changer in the world of business, because I've seen so many people mess up their personal credit trying to build their business. Okay, that's why it's
Right.
important.
Now, you've touched on a few important points, and I can't wait to hear you get into the depth of this whole financial health, because you've just brushed the surface of what it is that we need to know. And I appreciate you spending this time with me today to kind of just give a little bit of a talk so that our audience can get to see who you are and kind of just get a feel for what it is that you do. So anything else you want to say to the audience before we close off today?
Well, all I want to say is, listen, guys, knowledge. If you want freedom, it's about knowledge. This is why this summit is so critically important, because you're going to learn something from some very dynamic people, guys. And see, poor people entertain themselves, wealthy people educate themselves. It is about education. So I would recommend everybody who have an investment in themselves, it's one of the greatest investments you can make. Don't miss this summit. Make it a priority, because it's going to definitely be worth your while.
Thank you so much for that. So that's going to be November 14th and 15th. That's next week. So, you know, the link is in the events below. And so I'm inviting everyone to be a part of our summit so that we can learn and grow. And we never talked about the networking, right? And so we're going to be able to network on the event platform. We're going to the system's just going to choose peer-to-peer, one or two people at a time, and switch it around, and you won't meet the same person twice as you go through the summit. And so we start the summit at 9 o'clock in the morning, but as any summit, you go in early, you're able to network. And that was very important that we would be able to do that and have people come and do that. And also we're going to have panel discussions once the speakers are done. So that's going to be a way also for people to meet each one of the speakers and be able to network as well. So lots of things to do. And then when the audience goes in and they click on the link to see all that we have to offer, we have a bunch of freebies there for them just for signing up. And great summit. We look forward to seeing everyone there. And thank you for listening. Have a great day, everyone. Dr. Anthony, thank you so much. We'll catch up.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you
Bye-bye.
very much.
Sure. Thanks. Bye.